Was the meeting properly noticed?
Yes, it was.
Roll call, let it show that everyone is present. Need to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Motion by Mike. Second.
Second.
Second by Rocky. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Against? Agenda approved. Approve the minutes of August 8th.
So moved.
Motion by Rocky.
Second.
Second by Mike Baker. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against? Project status report. Kyle, are you on?
Yep, I am on. Looks like just about all these were updated. Does anybody have any questions on the projects at all?
I have a question.
Go ahead, Mike.
I found a lot of typographical errors and stuff on this document. Is this available to the public at all, where these things should be corrected before it's released at all?
It is available to the public. Yeah, because it's attached to every meeting, and it's the link is wide open. Yeah, if you notice any typos, I guess just you can let us know. It's really more of an informal document just to kind of give committee an update on what sort of projects are going on in every department. So that way they know kind of the direction that departments are heading.
Okay, any other questions? Thanks, Kyle.
Welcome.
Treasurer's report. Danny?
Hello, everybody. I can say our last person came in today and made the final payments needed for on all the properties that were bid out and auctioned off. So all the resolutions will come forth to your county board next meeting next Tuesday. And with that saying, and in the next couple of weeks, we'll be starting on a new round. Any questions for me?
Anybody have any questions for Jenny on the treasurer's report for the
This is our quiet time.
update on 2022 tax deed foreclosures? Okay. Maintenance report, Bill?
Good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully you've all had time to look at my report. I guess the only update I would have is that I did speak with Jason Jackson from Harmony Construction Management Group. And with any luck, they're going to be getting to the concrete to shore up the front of the building at the end of September here. So he's trying to coordinate with another concrete project that they're doing. So I'm hopeful, but we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully it's going to be done by next September. Any questions at all?
Okay, I read the full report. Anybody else got any questions? Okay, moving on with the Parks Department. Doug, Darren, who wants to go first?
Again, hopefully everybody had a chance to review our report. I guess the biggest thing for us is that Labor Day is over. So we're just moving forward, planning some of the fall projects and shutdowns and such. Other than that, I don't have anything to add. Most of the questions are Darren.
I don't have anything different other than what's on the report that I can think of that stands out either.
Okay, has anybody got any questions? Mike?
Not a question, Mr. Chairman. I would just like to thank Darren for his attention to one of the boat launches, the Sherwood boat launch. Being that I work for Tri-Lakes and we're in the process now of pulling out the weed harvesters, Darren helped us shore up the boat launch to make it easier to get the weed harvesters out of the lake. So I just want to let him know we appreciate his efforts.
Thank you.
Okay, next up we have Review proposed 2023 camping rates. It was all in the packet. Does anybody have any questions about it or concerns? I believe we need a motion to approve that.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Rocky. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Baker. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Aye. 4 against, 4 for, 1 against. Got it? Okay. Motion carried. Report and discussion on the fairgrounds. I took a few notes at the fair. I had a couple people talk to me about a few different things. That you're still here, Bill. One of them was handicapped parking. There was people that complained that there's not enough handicapped parking there on the north side of the buildings. I don't know if there's anything we can do there to increase it. That's something that needs to be looked at, but I just wanted to mention it. The other complaint was the lighting in the commercial building. And none of the windows in that building open. One of the people that had a site in there or spot complained that they couldn't get enough air in the building and all the windows were unable to open them. It was too hot in there, whatnot, and very poor lighting. So maybe we can get Steve to take a look at that. And I don't know, Bill, if he needs to work with you on that, I would imagine.
Right, he can work with me on that, and I just wanted to say we are starting the an LED upgrade kind of out there. We did some lights out there this year prior to the demo derby and the truck pulls or whatever. There were some lights that weren't working out by the grandstand area. So we did replace 4 of those lights with new LED fixtures, those high intensity lights. They were 1,000 watt, 1,500 watt halogen quartz lights out there. And we replaced them with 200 watt LED lights. So we went from 30 amps on it. We were drawing 30.2 amps on a 30 amp circuit. We went down to about 6.5 amps on that circuit. So a lot easier on the wiring, a lot easier on the power bill, and the longevity of those new lights are going to be really nice. So it is something we're looking at, is the lighting out there, and I will work with Steve on the ventilation in there.
Okay. And it was mentioned to me that the livestock building, the one closest to the hospital there, that there's some issues in there with leaking roof. Somebody said that the rafters in there, and I didn't get a chance to go over there and look. I was kind of busy, that the trusses in there are rotting from the leaking roof, and that it's getting to be in ill repair.
Yeah, I think a lot of those buildings out there, Jerry, are probably in that state just because of the age and the lack of, maintenance every yearly, I'll call it maintenance on those facilities. They kind of let them go for a long time. We are working on that. I do have it in next year's, I'm working on it, the next year's capital plan to get the roof redone on the dairy barn, which is the one that was the most concerned. We can look at the livestock buildings some more out there too. Those are far from new buildings, as you know.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And the other complaint I got was on the bathrooms, that the showers were unusable, and other updates needed for the bathrooms.
There's one shower in each of the restrooms in the commercial building. It was decided before the fair, Steve was working on the other shower, that we would take care of it after the fair. I told him that he was struggling with it, and I said we would be happy to help. My tech was off on vacation that week, so I told him we'd look at it after the fair. They did it. The one shower was operational and working, and they had a discussion. It was decided that the one shower would be adequate for the fair this year. So next year, both showers will be working out there again.
Okay.
And we actually did have a contractor out there doing some plumbing work prior to the fair too, to make sure all the toilets were operational out there, so that all the toilets did work before the fair.
Okay, those were the only complaints I had during the fair. So.
Mr. Mr. Chair,
Go ahead, Bill.
On the demolition derby on Sunday, was that actually doable? I know you had the grandstands filled.
Yep.
And,
Yep, we got the whole demo derby in.
there used to be a cement area there,
There used to be a blacktop area there.
a blacktop
It
area.
was torn up and turned to clay for the purpose of the tractor pulls and whatnot. And you
Okay,
can't have demo derbies on blacktop anyway, they go too fast. And
I
it's
see.
dangerous.
it looked like there's plenty of clay there.
Plenty of mud this year.
The other thing was the parking, how do handicapped people get around? I mean, that's a pretty long haul for people.
There's parking on the north side between the livestock building and the, that would be the exhibit building. There's parking in there for handicap. I don't know exactly how many sites there are, but there's not a lot of them. And that was why it was brought to my attention this year that people would like more handicap spots in there.
Yeah, I would think so.
Mr. Chair.
Need to do a does somebody,
Cindy's
not
trying to get-
Oh. Okay, you guys can hear me?
Can now.
Okay, so regarding the fairgrounds, when I was out there, not so much a complaint, but maybe suggestion with the elderly. So we have the handicap, but then we have elderly that are parking in the grassy area. Is there a way to potentially have some kind of transportation, like a golf cart, something like that, to help them get to that? It's quite a long walk
It's
there.
been common plus for like 5.
Right. In prior years, the old farmers used to have a trailer behind, they pulled behind a tractor that people could ride in. That's been gone for a few years now, so. I don't know, this is something that the fair board was gonna have to take a look at it and see what we can come up with.
I wasn't quite through.
Go ahead, Bill.
We need to do a review of how things work out there and the state of the buildings. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of issues. We only use it once a year, right?
We only use the building once a year, so that makes, I guess it's part of the reason why it doesn't get as much attention as some other things. But those buildings are owned by the county. And the fair board takes care of the fair. It's kind of a joint effort, so. And I just addressed it with Bill there, with the buildings, and we'll see what we can get done by next year.
Is the fair board, is that, how many people are in that and what's kind of the makeup?
Ooh, it's a separate entity from the county,
It is.
right? And maybe Lyanna can answer. I don't know exactly how many people are on.
I think there's 9, and then 1 county liaison.
Okay.
Yes,
no
I don't
county board
actually
member?
vote on the fair board. I am just a liaison.
So the fair board is a separate entity of the county board
Yes.
and committees.
It's actually called the Adams County Agriculture Society.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else to come before this committee? Anybody have any items for next month's agenda?
Sure.
Go ahead, John.
I'd like to look at how and why our technology equipment is being used as it belongs to the property committee, I would imagine.
Well, IT is not actually a part of the property committee. I don't know who does oversee IT. Can you answer that question, Lynn? Admin and finance overlooks. Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't know that because I am a member of that committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Anything else for next month's agenda? No. Not unless you want to address it.
No, don't need to.
Okay, next month's meeting date.
There is an item 11, we're not gonna discuss that.
No, don't need to be addressed. No, no changes on it.
Would you explain a little bit about what it is?
I'm gonna let Jeff take care of it.
Originally had it on there because I wanted this committee's direction on how to proceed on the matter. That has now been resolved as one of the landowner has filed a complaint against the county. So we're in the process of legal matters on it. So that's where we're at.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, next month's meeting would be October 10th at 2 p.m. Meeting is adjourned.